I've put this off for too long. I've just got to commit. This is my classroom video. You're going to see it. The purpose of this video is not to walk around and show you everything that I have all beautifully organised. It's sharing what works for us and hoping to inspire other mums if they need a hand. So the room, I'll give you a quick overview, and then I'd like to share my top 10 tips in what I've discovered helps and works best for us. Alright, enjoy. Dun 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 dun. I feel like I need big trumpets, guys. This is it. Not many people see this. This is my schoolroom. Okay, it is a very simple room, but it has so much thought into it. You know, when you're trying to run a class and you're trying to do things with the kids and you think, oh, there must be a better way, I could be more organised here, or I have all my little years and years of thinking all poured out into the setup of this room. So I'm just going to share them with you and what works. My number one tip out of everything to build a great learner is to have things there ready for them. Okay, so you will find over here I've got pencils and texters and rubbers, and that just sits on their table. That stays there, and it's at arm's reach, so they can create an instant. Some of the best projects I've ever seen my kids do are when it wasn't structured. They just sat down with a piece of paper and let the journey begin. Over here we've got everything in little glass jar, and they know where it is, and I think that makes it really easy for them to just grab. Down here, I really don't like this item in the schoolroom, but it has such a big purpose. So on this side of the drawers, we have all the coloured paper. Now, for years I tried to figure out how I was going to store this paper, because I had it in a big stack and the kids would pull it out and paper would slide everywhere and it was mess and chaos. So now I have like a designated section of all the colours broken up. It's there and to about halfway there as well. And on this side there, everything's labelled, and you guys can't see that, but it has things in here and they know and they just read it. So for example, I've got glue and paper towel in here, because when you use glue you need paper towel, apparently. On this side you have post-it notes and stamps, blue tack and staples. Blue tack is like gold in my house. I don't know about you guys, but blue tack's like, you go to the shop, you grab milk, you grab blue tack all the time. Sticky tape, calculator, glitter, oh my gosh, that's another, I need a whole video just on glitter. Spare pencils and spare whiteboard markers. So what they do is they just come and see what they want to do, and I will have projects starting everywhere. So my number one tip for you guys in starting a room is have everything out there. My number two thing, and these are in no order at all, but have a good map on the wall, stuck it there permanently for them to see. So we've got a world map over here, and then we've got our country. It is no secret that we live in Australia, and it's so nice when we're doing things to be able to say, yeah, in that story, guys, you know, this is where it is, or look guys, all the people watching Mummy on her YouTube videos are over this part of the world. So it just helps set the second foundation when we're learning and where places are in the world, where we want to go. So have a good map. My number three is keep the desks tidy. Is that you keep the desk tidy? No, that's your child. Teach your child how to keep their desk tidy. Now, I'm not doing that because I have OCD and I like a neat space. At the minute, this is today's creations. But you know, when you're cooking in the kitchen, when your bench is clean, you want to cook. When it's cluttered and messy and dirty, you don't feel inspired. I don't, maybe others, but this is my story. Get your own channel. No, I'm joking. But what happens is part of their schoolwork is at the end of the day, they need to tidy their desk, and I will tell them all, is your desk tidy? So at the minute today, we've got Mindstorm happening. My two boys have spent the day creating this sea serpent snake. Lulu's been working on some Lego over here, and actually Lulu has also, sometimes she does pinch both desks, been cutting her hair. She's bought this thing with her pocket money, little plant, and she's been hairstyling their hair as they grow. So they feel like they can come and dump their stuff on their desks and start their projects when they've got a clean space. Okay, my number 4 tip is have whatever you're working on accessible for the children. So I'll use Hudson as an example here. This is his desk, and if you pull out his drawer, which sits obviously right in front of him, everything that he works on at the minute is in here. So he doesn't have to spend, sometimes if I tell them to get their stuff and it's not here, he can get lost. He'll sit there for half an hour and then he'll turn around and tell me, I didn't know where it was, Mum. So if everything's in there for him, and this is all run by him, then it's easily, he can pull it out, pop it on his desk and work on it straight away. It's a time-saving thing. So if I have a look over here at Tyrus's, he should have the same thing happening. And this is it. So he's got his maths, his Bible, study, and a few of his grammar and his creative writing in here. So I will touch on what things we use and curriculum we use. The girls are a little bit different, being a lot younger. I can come over here and have a look what's happening here. Miss Lulu is my trinket queen, so I'm sure there'll be trinkets. Creative writing, her Bible, her math. So that's all, and I'll get to this side, but normally with Lulu she has Trinket City in here. She has. And Miss London Grace, who Miss London is just turned 3. So she has her little game. It's a ABC game thing here, her creative stories that we do, and that's her workbook. So she loves, I know she's only 3, but you try and tell her that she can't sit up at her desk. So she has a desk where she needs to do her work. All right, my number 5, and this was really hard for me. My kids draw all the time, and I have these pieces of paper, and I had to designate a spot. So my number 5 tip is designate a spot. Doesn't have to be a drawer, it can be a basket, it can be anything, to put paperwork. And over here you will see Hudson's, this is actually his bank booking form. But you will see all their work in here. We have just started, so there's only probably about 20 sheets in here. But he knows that all his work goes in there, and then at the end of the term, I grab that out and I put it in our filing cabinet. And that's his term 1, year 1 work. And so all the kids have their sort of things happening in here. It just reduces clutter. You know, 4 kids creating lots of artwork is a lot of mess and chaos, which happens, but you can keep it organised. So I would love and sit down and have a coffee with you all and really take my time, but I don't want to keep this video very long. So I'm trying to go through and power through. This is my number 6 tip, is have a checklist for them. A lot of the time I have 2 children who want to get in and get their stuff done in the morning so that they've got the rest of the day off. So rather than going to me all the time, Mum, where do I go? How do I do? Help me, Mum, help me get started. I've just designed a little list here. And this is really this is actually what he has to get through for the week. It's very simple, it's very basic, it's very easy, but it's what he needs to know. So he's got his grammar, and he just knows that they just write the page number in. He's done page 6 and 7 of his grammar book. Obviously they're the harder ones with only 2 for the week. And then you've got your word wizard. He's got 5 of those. So every day he does 1 page of his word wizard. Reading comprehension, he's targeting maths. He does it 4 days. And then he does a go maths. And this child is brilliant. So keeping him focused and structured really works from him. It stops him getting distracted and keeps him focused. And he feels like he's in control. And I think that's my biggest tip, is teaching them to be responsible learners. So you'll have other children who don't work as fast, but they know the expectation is to get it done when they're ready, and it has to be done by the week. So be responsible learners, have their checklists ready. So what also comes with that is having a good dictionary. Over here I have 2 dictionaries. This is a very simple dictionary, which works beautifully, but a lot of the time it's easy for them to use. What I mean is pictures, but it's not a full dictionary. So a lot of the time they'll find the words that they need in there, and that's great. But if not, then they've got a beautiful little 20-cent op shop dictionary that they can go and look through there. That's a little bit harder for them to use. So get them a dictionary. That will stop less questions for you, less words. How do you spell, Mum? Find the dictionary. All right, my number 8 tip is, and it's so simple, but is get heaps of grey leads. Heaps. Like if you're going to buy 2 boxes, buy 3. Because you will always use them, and there's nothing worse when they sit down and they go, I can't find a pencil, Mum, I can't find a pencil. So I've got boxes put away, a pile in here that are all sharpened, ready to them to go, and there's actually more over here too. So they know they can just reach forward and grab a grey lead. So the other thing that comes with that is, with lots of pencils and grey leads, invest, number 9, invest in a good sharpener. Do you know how many times I've worn that bit of my finger down because I've been sharpening all the kids' pencils? This takes 2 seconds. In and out. Spend money on a good sharpener, but you will find that for the first couple of weeks this will be like their new tool, and you have to keep the pencils away from them, otherwise they'll end up about that big. But it's all a learning process. Number 9, invest in a great sharpener. So just thought I'd show this unit as well here. This was something I got off Gumtree for like $5, but it does the job for us. I have a basket for each child with their cute little decorated little name on it. And this is stuff that we might not be using this week, but it's definitely something we'll be using soon. So you've got Alexis, Hudson and Tyrus there. And then up here in the next section, this is things that we work on. This is my work that I hand out to them. Currently we're doing our goals. And guys, stay tuned for that vlog coming soon. And this is for all mums out there, teaching your kids to set goals. So stay tuned. That video is coming up soon. Then I've got my little things here, and this is just like laminating paper, ABC practice. We've got some watercolor paper, some stencils down the bottom. This is my area in this room. This is some inspiring art workbooks, my little notepads. On these pads here I've asked the children what they want to learn about. And then up here is what we currently are using. So we've got our Bible and our read alouds and some history books, and this is all the books that I can sort of grab quickly for extra work. And Miss London's Farm up there, which you've all seen, Miss Beautiful London's Farm. Alright guys, my last tip. Now this one's really, this whole journey's been really emotional for me because I'm putting myself out there, but I'm so passionate about it. So when I've chosen to do something like this and I'm passionate about it, oh my gosh, the emotion, even now, I've got to be careful. The goal is to help, to inspire. That's all it is. Be a voice out there. Is this the only way you can educate your children? No. Am I doing it because I don't like schools? No. I just really enjoy being with my kids, raising them and living life with them and showing them that they can do anything they want to do, that have the belief in them. So my number 1 top tip is just pathetic, and it makes me very sad, very emotional, but have a spot for you in the room. This is my little spot here. And that might just look like a stool to you, but that stool there is where I sit. It is in the middle of 4 beautiful people. It makes them feel like I'm there for them. You know, a lot of the time when I didn't have this spot, I'd be at Hudson's desk and Paul London would go, Mama, 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 Mama. And I say, hang on, London, Mum, it's just, you know, I'm all the way over here. But I sit here now and I can literally flip my legs over that side, flip my legs over this side. That's my spot to make them feel like I'm there for everybody. And I can just sit there sometimes and none of them need me because I'm there. So have a spot for you to be able to teach. How do you teach 4 children that are learning? Just set them up, set these things in place, and you be there to be that constant encourager. But other than that, these kids are self-directed. Seriously, I'm just here to keep them on track and focus. But really, with all these things of putting in place, artwork drawer, workbook drawer, checklists, I want my kids to be independent learners, be responsible for themselves, their own learning. I have big hopes and dreams for my children. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 will change this world. You watch. This is our beautiful chair where I sit. Underneath there is actually that terrible couch I was telling you all about that I hate. But when I put a thing over it, I can't really see it, and it's actually very comfy. And I sit there, and you know, I can have a child sitting there, a child sitting there, one up there, and Mum is sitting there. So, and normally Finlay crawling around at my feet. So guys, that's it. That's my schoolroom. Okay, it is not overcomplicated, you know, but it works for us. This channel is not just for homeschooling mums. I've toyed about and would love your opinion about dropping off the homeschool part, because yeah, I'm a homeschooling mum, but it's not all I am. So I don't want to scare off the other mums who aren't homeschooling that they can't be a part of this, because I'm offering so much more than that. You know, healthy food, crazy, being a mum, hard. So let me know your opinion about dropping off the homeschool mum. I don't want to also lose my homeschooling mamas, but I just think that this is bigger than just homeschooling. This is about being a fun, crazy mum with energy and love. So let me know what you think there and drop me a comment. And the reason I say this, I have a really cool video I want to share with you guys. And I really hope that it's again going to inspire other mums. It's nothing to do with homeschooling, but it's something that will inspire mamas. And another stereotype, I don't want to fit a stereotype. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. Write your questions. If you guys need help, want inspiration, have a question you want answered, write it on my post. Like this video if you enjoyed this. This is my heart, guys. There's a few things that I love to talk about. One is my children, my husband, that's my passion, my homeschooling, fitness, okay? They're the things, and food. Oh my gosh, food. If you ask me anything about that, I will probably verbally vomit over you with my energy. So if you guys want to have a question, I'll answer it. If you've want to know where I've got something, let me know too. Let me know what you want to see in the future, what videos you want to see, how I do things. You want to see a day in the life of me with activities with the kids, let me know. All right, guys, I hope this has helped and I hope this has inspired people. This will only keep going and rolling and hopefully snowballing with your help. So share this video. Share this to someone you think might help and inspire. And like this video. Go down. Don't use the excuse you don't know how to use YouTube and you don't know how to sign up to subscribe, okay? I was there like 3 weeks ago. I didn't have a YouTube account and all of a sudden look at me. Alright? Don't use this as an excuse not to do it. Get in there and figure out how. And you know what I've found? If you don't know how to do something, YouTube it. They can help you. I've learned everything. Before this, I was basically a mum that just knew how to turn a computer on. And here I am editing videos. So anything's possible. Get down and get it done. Have a great day and I look forward to it. Alright guys, bye.